Right. Hello, chat. Hello. We are actually going to be here for a decent amount of time today, as in above 2 hours, hopefully. Hold on. You know what? Camera, good enough. Cool. Great. Cool. Yes. Hello. I need to quickly download a mod. Um, discussions. Not discussions. Zio, could you message me quickly? I just realized, hold on, I accidentally kept Argalia on the screen. Where is he? There. Yeah, could you message me, Zio? I forgot to download the mod. I need to quickly download a mod, because the mod I want to download is the one that will allow us to see ordeals, so we don't need to, sit here for 10 hours and pray we get a good thing. Thank you very much. Right. Nexus mods, Lobotomy Corp. It really is annoying that you have to, properly download them and then add them to the file. Let's actually quickly, hold on, I need to exit the game then, because I need to... I think I downloaded that? Did I download that? Downloads? That is quite the thing. Spoiler. Oh, I need to play that one. Hold on, I can play that on the stream. That's funny. It did not show up then, hold on. Let's try downloading it now. There we are, downloaded. Okay, let me pull over the thing. It was a I've now renamed it to Kanto 9 Gregor moment. It's
Scoreboard! Oh, what happened to your friend? Hey, I know that guy. I kill him. He cried like a bitch.
Caught me by utter surprise the first time I saw that. Right, let's get mod manager up. Add local mod. There we are. You really see my interests. I don't know why EA is there actually. Hold on. Why does that not? Is this a way of? Oh, and then I can click on this, and then it'll open it. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Send that to you, please. Okie doke. I will send that to you because I quite like it. I think it's a funny one. It caught me by utter surprise. Like the punch caught me by complete surprise. Right. Thank you, so. Alright, okay, the game should be loading now. I always like it when my command box pops up with question mark. Always fun. Always fun. There we are. Why does it... My camera looks darker than usual, which is strange considering all the lights are on and this is on as usual. I really shouldn't be darker. Right. Okay. I'm really not sure how this mod works, but the fact that everything isn't suddenly saying missing is generally a good sign. Right. Here we go. So do I like... I mean, there's no point waiting around. Let's see, what happens? Okay. Those are decent. The moody lighting is nice. Unless it's something we can see and it's not blinding. Oh, okay, well, that's good then. I'll just keep it then. Yeah, okay, we can do Midnight of Amber. Like, is Green Midnight better? Yes, indubitably, but also... I don't particularly care. Right, let's have all of you bar you here. And Dano, you get to be resident parasite tree slash, them. Right, first stream you ever catch on start? Oh, that's nice. You've got plenty of time to hear me ramble like an insane man. Today, we're starting with the shootings. I've learnt my lesson from last stream. I need to be more proactive with my clerk rights appeal. And by that I mean the fact that they don't have them. Yeah, could everybody who is actually worth something leave the room? Thank you. How? Okay. Right. Future's the one and only person whose streams I'll try to catch up on now. Ah, nice, thank you. We are not dealing with that. Right. Usually don't watch streams. Ah, well, I hope this one's entertaining. I mean, it's very variable between... There's another Midnight of Amber. I mean, Violet. It's usually normally a massive gamble between utter insanity, nothing... Why do I keep getting that? Saves you so much time. Yeah, no, all 3 of these days would have been, what, full days? It would have been mental. Yeah, okay. That's... it's not perfect. Like, I would prefer... Would I prefer Amber Dusk? No, actually, Dusk of Crimson's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. Might actually be better than Amber, because you just walk along behind. That might actually be a... Okay, time to not stuff this up. Which one of you... So they deal sanity damage, right? Mrs. Rock, you are on tree duty. Yes, okay. You are on tree duty, Mrs. Rock. But yeah, or we will just randomly lapse into philosophy. Out of the blue. Which, I honestly... Okay, what have I been doing recently? I haven't really been... Like, I've been reading, obviously, academic stuff, but not very much philosophy at the moment. I'm wondering if this could be considered cheating. We could... What? It's not cheating, because we could do the exact same thing just by playing through the days, but it would... It's the same thing as Maximum after a stage. Also, apparently we're just not working with them. Okie doke. Okay, so, here's the compromise I'm going to put with you, chat. I don't want to do another Green Dusk. Green Dusks are awful. If I could reset right now, I would. However, I know I can beat a Green Dusk. A Violet Midnight is just impossible. Is just impossible. There's no way we can do that. Dawn of Crimson, fine. Noon of Violet is actually, like, perfect. That's, like, the best possible. Dusk of Green. Hellish, but possible. Midnight of Amber, possible. Therefore, I'm not going to reset. That's my mentality on it. It's only Violet. Violet is just the one I can't do. There is zero world in which we do that. Now, what do you want? Like, if this doesn't work, I guess I need to get more of that with you, which the only way I know how to do that is to send you up to work with Cloud and Monk. Which I could do. That's like a doable thing. And I mean, if you remain on down here just for various duties. Which ordeal tastes the best in your opinion? I don't think I've ever thought about how the ordeals taste. I mean, like, I can imagine that Dawn of Violet probably tastes like jelly. Or not jelly, like grape. Like, you know the really obnoxious grape soda? Like, you can tell it's the cheap fake stuff. But also, like, it still tastes decent. That reminds me, did anybody else, when they were young, have this, like, banana medicine? Like, I'm fairly certain it was just, like, paracetamol. But it was good. Like, it was the good stuff. The good paracetamol. Because, like, I remember as a kid, I would love that. Whenever I was ill, the highlight would be that I'd get the banana medicine. That was like, yeah, the good stuff. Let's see, you get that. That is just, yeah, you. Yes, you did? Ah, good. Not just me, then. I don't just sound like a madman. Let's have potted plant work here. Its flavor is based on a now extinct species of banana. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Is it... oh. The only extinct bananas I know would be me potentially making a Balatro reference. I'm gonna put you up here. I know that Balatro is specifically referencing the now extinct banana. That's what it's... That's why you have to extinct it first to get the second one. But still. Oh, just a random clock. That's fine. I wanted to kill you anyway. Could you two line up? Ah, never mind. Hidden vitamins. Oh, that reminds me. Those gummy things. They had these gummy vitamins. Just, like, I remember waking... Like, because they had especially, like... You know, it was like Haribos, if you have Haribos. Like, I remember they were like Haribos. And I always got so annoyed that there was a 1-a-day limit on them, because they were just so nice. They were so good. See, I don't understand why, as like after you grow up, they no longer give you nice-tasting medicine. It's like, at a certain point, they're just like, your life sucks enough already, we're not gonna sweeten things up anymore. Like, okay, medicines do have sugar added because, like, eating pure molecules would just, like... nobody would do that. But, like, surely we could just put a little bit more in. Like, just a little bit more sugar. I mean, anyone can work. Loluna is fine to work with. I could probably actually increase my knowledge of them. The texture and flavor of dull blue raspberry Jolly Ranchers. Oh, that sounds nice. In the mage upscale and arcane ups. What happened now? Every balance update is a mage upscale. I'm not sure which one you're referring to. This time we're not working with the child. The child has been, like, the highest percentage death causer at this point. No, you don't. They nerf war... Ah, yes. Yes, that they did. Let's have you do this. That way I don't have to scroll through every menu under the sun. Did you say anything? No, not yet. Not yet. You and you. Oh, you're free. More bullets. Currently, we're just going around shooting people. I'm working at a low speed, just so I can line up my shots. But yeah. I don't like the sounds they're making. Can I work with a child? You will be killed, Salt. The update is Roblox Hell Game Archive. I have heard that Archive got updated to be even worse. Which, frankly, that's just every archived update I hear about. Like, I'm yet to hear about an archived update that has made the game better. Yeah, let's have Zero work with them. You're on it right now watching this? I'm sorry for your loss. Miss Rock, you go there. They changed from archive now. Relics, I dread after the most recent Kanto. They're definitely going to add relics now, aren't they? Archive got Lei Heng. Oh no. Oh, and they called his blade something like the Tangle Cleaver, didn't they? I remember hearing about that. Oh, and grade ups now require you to fight abnormalities. No, somebody was telling me about this. Somebody was telling me about how much, like, more insane they've made it. Like, it was already not consistent with the lore, but they've made it worse. They've made it worse somehow. Tangle Cleaver, it's so stupid. Nothing about it is accurate to the games. Nothing about it is accurate to the games. At least better than the parkour? I'm not really sure if that counts. First time caught real stream, very happy to see history in real time. Well, I'm happy to have you here. Hope you enjoy the stream. We are currently just, I mean, hovering really, there's nothing specific. Well, actually we're going for the midnight, I should say. Loluna fully worked? I think Loluna's a good one to work with. Because they don't... I mean, they've got decent... There you are. Decently high work rates. Also, I'm beginning to get better at spotting when Parasite Tree is about to do its thing, I reckon. Speak not knowing what you're talking about could be considered a blessing. It's a Roblox slop game. It's not... Well, okay, so basically, you know how all the time I talk about, like, I would love an MMO RPG set in the city? Archived is a tutorial in how not to make an MMORPG set in the city. And I mean that with all the insulting tone I can. It is genuinely... I was going to make a review video on it, and because, like, I'm making one on Babe at the moment. I was going to make one on it. I hated it so much, I couldn't even bring myself to edit the video. That's how bad it is. I could not bring myself to edit the video. Okay, you lot go up here, because, frankly, I'm just going to hire the funny bullet man. Let's have you go there, you lot go here. You lot go here. You lot go here, you lot go here. You lot go here, and you lot go here. Right, and away we go. Then when they're out of the room, I really wish you weren't working with them, because they might get the chance to teleport away. That's annoying, but fine. Where did they teleport to then? There. And then let's just... Utter rage bait. What on earth? He dodged that bullet. What is this guy made out of? Like... The mind boggles at such skill. I've never seen one of those guys dodge a bullet. Literally dodge a bullet. Okay. No, that's fine. Ultra Instinct Clan. Yeah, this bullet truly can hit anything, just as you say. The bullet proceeding to only shoot all of my clerks. What are you guys? Oh, yeah, you guys come back down here. Piggy, please, you need to get this back up. Is it possible to get this back up? I don't want them to breach, because if they breach, there goes my monetization. It's dire stakes here, chat. That was my apprentice. Guess you failed. Incredible. Who was it? What was the next one, by the way? It was Nuno Violet. Yeah, okay. So we need to kill the rest of the clerks, otherwise we're gonna have a... yeah. This bullet can hit anything. Not those clowns, though. They scare me. Also, yeah, CBT's name surely does stand for Cognitive Behavioral Therapy. It could not be anything else. It's incredible having to talk to people about that. It's like, why am I shooting people down here? They don't even get hit by that one. Yeah, by that psychological method of things, because it's like, it's really good. And then the acronym that people try and talk with a straight face about it is CBT. Like, how are you supposed to write a motivational book about that? Like, oh, you piece of shit. Right, well, you're staying down here, then you're on, well, you can't be on them duties, but... Actually, I may as well have Miss Rock come down here and work with them. The project main thing is, Gross, and just unfortunately having to catch all the worst the Roblox players. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I actually think a lot of the time, the worst people about that sort of stuff are the people who are most vocal about, like, we should gatekeep the community harder. Like, 9 times out of 10, I'll see somebody in Project Moon Community Hub who's awful, awful person, unfun to argue with, doesn't get any of the lore, like, man, this community really went into the shitter once we started taking in the Roblox fans. Like, no. No. You are the problem here. How much to play, make you play Archived? Too much. Far too much. I'd like this to go down by 1. Just so I can get it back up again. Friendly fire will not be tolerated. Precisely. Like, sometimes, I have seen a genuine argument from people in Project Moon Community Hub who tried to argue that, like, Lucio did nothing. Like, huh? Do you have any media literacy? Do you pay attention? Do you grasp basic fundamental human character traits? The answer 9 times out of 10 is no, by the way. Yeah. Lucio did not do enough. That's kind of the point. The entire point is that he's hiding away his rebellion because that's what you do. Arbiters or claws? I like arbiters more. I think arbiters are cooler. They talk about philosophy a lot, you know, I can get behind that. Like, it is my belief, anybody who goes, oh, why didn't Lucio just stand up to Valencia, has not been through that. Because trust me, as somebody who went through a similar situation to that, you don't. You just hide. You just hide away the rebellion, because if you speak about the rebellion, you get abused. It's not fun. It's not exactly a situation you want to put yourself in. Kim never got a mention. He got a singular mention of he's recovering. I knew it. Coops was trained by the thumb. Incredible. In the thumb's case, Lucio would just fucking die. Yeah. Like, it's even worse than the real world with a lot of those cases, because in that world, she could have just murdered him. Like, and there would have been no recourse there. That would have just been it. Like, he is fully acting in the correct way. Like, well, not correct. Well, he's acting in the best way possible to survive. Also, is Mrs. Rock really gonna die here? Can I heal people inside these? No, I cannot. Mrs. Rock, you need to lock in. Fuck. Okey-doke. You couldn't speak when you were young in your school? No. My schools were fine. And suffering's all about family abuse and breaking the cycle, and he was an example of not doing that. No, he's an example of what happens if somebody gets raised by someone like Valencia. Because there's nothing about willpower in it. He had the willpower. The fact that he survived that long was an example of the willpower he had. It's the people who haven't been in that situation can't really understand it, in my opinion. That's not me, like, I'm not trying to gatekeep trauma here, it's just one of those that, like, with a lot of the nurse fathers and the stuff they showed, like the Ring or the middle nurse father, unless you've actually experienced that, they might just seem like, you know, decent people, but no. No, they're not. They're really not. Get muffins to keep working that. Gatekeep trauma, real sentence. Look, I had to say that. Fuck, I didn't pay attention. Well, you may as well stay down here now. Callisto is the goat. He ain't hitting children like the other four. Callisto is just as bad as the rest of them. People would be all over Matthias if they didn't make him kill his daughter and make it clear he's bad. Yeah, they really had to hit the hammer home on that one because people would have missed it. What he did is just as bad as the rest, it's just a more insidious form. I honestly don't think Callisto was done very well to show it off. But trust me, he was still bad. Callisto cares for his apprentice. No, he cares for making his apprentice like him. He doesn't care for his apprentice. That's the mistake people make. They assume people like that care for their children. They don't. They care for making their children exact carbon copies of them, and if they're not exact carbon copies of them, they're punished. Or, you know, otherwise mistreated, or just ignored, or all that other stuff. Like, it's subtly hinted to. By the fact that Albina literally lobotomizes herself to try and be more like him. Oh, Silver. Callisto's the child, must be a clone of me and must choose their future and everything for them kind of style. Yeah, that's basically right. If you have arty parents or sporty parents or any kind of parents who called you gifted a lot, then you know the type of parenthood. Hey, finally somebody locked the hell in. He did not care when Albina got killed by Sinclair. Yeah, precisely, he didn't care. Okay, let's go here searching for wisdom, as I was expecting. Right, all of you. Let's wait for them to pop out. All about you. But yeah, I don't believe Callisto was the best example I've ever seen of that type of bad parenthood, but he was still a bad parent. Like, all five are as bad as each other, it's just some are more visibly bad. Callisto's was one of those that is insidious by nature. It's not something that really gets shown to the public, because the type of person who acts like that doesn't show it to the public, because the entire point is that for them, a child is an object of prestige. Therefore, if your child showed that to the world, they're failing their duties in being an object of prestige. Should blame Babel Corporation? Incredible. Yeah. So that whole discussion with Hohenheim? Yeah. Because he only cared about having people observe his art, so even Hohenheim was somebody, therefore. E has died. How the fuck? How did you do... Okay, fine. We're just doing this to get past the day, and then I'm resetting back to the memory repo because I don't want all of these deaths and my stuff's constantly going down. Making the Babel review when you can continue and still plans. Oh, I'm making the Babel review as I play. I'm making the Babel review whilst I play because the way I want to make the review is by telling my story of playing through Babel and my varying opinions on it. So I am still planning on continuing playing Babel. I actually find it really fun now that I've decided to stop down tiering, because down tiering is a stupid gameplay decision. Do you keep your ego memory weapons and suits off from memory set? Yes, you do. You do indeed. Let's have everyone... Okay, so all of you lot bunch up here. All of you lot. So you two bunch up here. No, actually, you guys bunch up here, and then you lot bunch up here. What tier are you in Babel? Just whatever tier Carnival is on. Carnival, full stop, the like. That's the table we're on. Would EGOless be harder or easier than Lobotomy Corpse Solo? Lobotomy Corpse Solo will be easier. More fun same tiering. Did look in the Discord and some of the reason we would talk about down tiering being a second playthrough kind of thing. Yeah, that's what discussion in streams are becoming. Yeah, it's just so much more fun to same tier. It is, yeah, no, it definitely 100% something to do as a challenge run after you've played the mod for the first time, because I cannot in good any sort of conscience recommend it. Someone did a Lobcop solo? Yes, Wings of Ilya. Wings of Ilya has already done it. I don't think it's too hard. Like, I'm sure it's difficult, but, like, I could probably do it quite easily. Because, frankly, like, the hardest thing about it is just how long it would take, and believe me, we're dealing with that already. Now all of you lot move up and attack this one. No idea who our officer is, but I'm sorry you're dead now. Right. There we are. Okay, everyone back to your departments. The mod author designed it so down tiering is the intended difficulty. That is true. However, that intended difficulty is plainly more unfun than just playing like normal. So in terms of, what does same tier, down tiering mean? So, same tiering and down tiering is a thing that sort of exists because of, I mean, as far as I'm aware, it exists mainly because of, like, no-hit runs and the like, and it is effectively, using gear, generally you'll see, it's used differently, but in a lot of cases, same tiering is using stuff that is on the level of the thing you're fighting. Down tiering is fighting it below the current tier. Up tiering it, or I believe, no, normally down tier, okay, it varies based on community to community, because I believe in the no-hitting community, down tiering is using gear above a boss to kill it below. As in, like, say, Terraria is where I know most of it from. So if you used Moonlord level gear to kill, say, you know, King Slime, that would be down tiering. In that specific example, but for the case of Babel, down tiering is beating it with gear below something, same tiering is beating it with gear you get on the same tier. So basically, the Carnival, full stop, Philip's first thing, and whatchamacallit, Gaze Office, they're all in the same tier. So same tiering is using pages from that against each other. Babel, the idea from Shepard, Shepard being the lead mod developer, is that you're supposed to beat the mod fully down tiering. The problem is, Shepard doesn't know how to have fun. That's a joke. I understand they're probably watching. Or not, I'm not sure. No hate to the person themselves, but frankly their mod is 100 times more fun when you don't play it the way they think you should play it. So, if you do want to try out Babel, I can fully recommend down tiering, which is effectively just play Ruiner normally. Just play it like a normal person, you will have more fun, you will experience more of the mod, all in all, a better experience. There's Forsaken Murderer, time to jump him. Shepard doesn't know how to have fun, says the person doing EGOless Lobcorp. This is more enjoyable. Unironically, this is more enjoyable. I say that without a shred of a lie. This is more enjoyable. I honestly don't care if they kill them, because, like, I'm gonna kill them anyway myself. Wow, they are a fraud. They couldn't even kill one clerk. Okay. Ah! Shit. Is that's everyone in this department then? That's bad. Because that means I no longer have any say over who gets, Right, okay, well, that's annoying, but fine. The dancing isn't hard and that Ruin is an easy game comes from the fact that both are just knowledge of know what you're doing, it's either, but you don't in your first playthrough? Yeah. That's definitely what it is. I'm of the opinion that Ruiner is not an easy game because it is balanced around not knowing what you're doing. To balance something around knowing what you're doing, to me, feels like an absurd argument to take. Also, why is everyone failing this? I have never had issues with this before. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard of an abnormality to work with. We've hit good works every single time other than now. For some reason. Huh? Hello, Sealer. I'm not even going to attempt to pass that message. Oh, the wind, lovely. We need to pay constant attention to this guy now. It comes from know-how, not skill, so difficulty needs to be judged differently. Yeah, I treat Project Moon Games difficulty like I would treat a roguelikes. A true roguelike, specifically not a roguelite, because a roguelite has different difficulties depending on how many upgrades you've got. But I would treat it as, if you're a player who knows how to, say, I don't know, perfectly make a god run on Noita, if you know perfectly how to balance, like, all the risks you could be taking, if you know how to build wands, if you know precisely what to do, where and when, then yes, Noita is an easy game. But is Noita an easy game? No. It's fairly self-explanatory. Noita is not an easy game. But if you know what you're doing, it is, which is the important distinction. Let's have you work there, have you work there, have you work there, and then it was Alyssa who works here, which means I need to white coin. Fear and Hunger is not an easy game. Yeah, Fear and Hunger is quite easy when you know what you're doing. But Fear and Hunger is by no means an easy game. That's a good way of putting it. Oh, look. Fear and Hunger, why are you describing my daily experience? So true. You. Show over the Project Moon communities, they don't know that themselves, and the style of gameplay is exactly why backseating is heavily discouraged. Yeah. It's like... Project Moon gamers don't realize that the Project Moon games are puzzle games. They're not action games, they're not Dark Souls. If you tell somebody how to play it, it's not a simple annoyance of, oh hey, you know, I find it really annoying to be told what to do. It's, if you tell somebody the solution of what to do, the only two options are, don't do the solution, which is just game ruining, or ruin the experience. Those are the only two options when somebody backseats. Project Moon games are Dark Souls, and the fact that the souls are dark and the lore is on item descriptions. So true. Hello, Piggy, welcome. What's good? I mean, today I've had a pretty casual day. Has anything happened of note? Not particularly. I mean, I had a little bit of a longer day today, but just pottering, mostly. We are not letting you reach that room. Bye-bye. Canto 9 truly was the Dark Souls experience. So true. Dark Souls as in we spawned in a bunch of high-level ghosts and killed everything with them. Honestly, I understand some people don't find rain to be an issue, but I feel like there are so many things that could have gone better with this design. For example, make a better melee. This is gonna... I'm just gonna play some of it, by the way, because I love the music. Hold on. Hold on. Like, for example, if I look up, it's... I think I've figured it... I've learnt how to spell hold on, no, it's not Lunacade, it's It's Lunade, I think. No, how do I knew how to spell this earlier. Hold on. If I just look Canto 9 music. Lunatic. Yeah, Lunatic. Sorry. Saisai is great, but I don't feel like fits as a boss theme. Yeah, I feel like you could have put this on instead, and it would have made for better final boss music. And by the way, I'm just gonna play all of these because, frankly, they're all good. And I really like them. So we're gonna be putting these on. I'm gonna put that like here. Hold on. Make that smaller so I can adjust the volume. This is Mugaraishi, yeah. Hello, Janek. Welcome. What do you think of Fly Broken Wings? I really like Fly Broken Wings, but that's because it's slowly developed into a massive moment, whereas Sakai just doesn't do that. Oh, this isn't Muga? Oh, this isn't Muga. Whoops, sorry, hold on. Is this Muga? Yeah, sorry, this is Muga. I thought I was playing Muga. Here you are. Sorry, yes, that was the suit. Here's Mugaraishi. My mistake. Like this! Play this! This is so cool! This is the emotional peak. You did the stage with Future Sinclair or Sudden Sinclair. I call him Mark Claire permanently. I love it. That is the point at which my opinion on the Kanto turned around. I know a lot of people are saying, like, oh, it's just hype and aura. Yeah, but it's good. It's the good shit. It's the good hype and aura. It's the good hype and aura, chat. I'm gonna play that afterwards, by the way, because I love that theme. It's so good. But this one. This is a great one. Macla's OST has the motif of Between Two Worlds. It does. It's so cool. It's so cool. I love it. I love it so much. Studio EM has done nothing but cook. They put out nothing but banger after banger. Like, they were cooking this Kanto. I don't know. Somebody put something in their cereal, because this is fucking mental. They just never stopped cooking. Every single one. Banger after banger. Will they make Studio EM make a final boss theme? I don't know, but I hope next Kanto. I hope next Kanto. Please, please, Project Moon, let them make one. Let them make one. As over the top, got put on the moment. I liked it. Because the full screen kanji text is a callback to, obviously, Nocturnal Sweeping. It's not like the most hidden callback, but I liked it, because it's a distinct moment of, yeah, no, the growth you're having... Like, the things you're doing, the growth you're experiencing actually does affect the future of the sinners. I really like that moment. It's hard to admit, but EM is overthrowing Millie slowly for recognizable boss songs. Absolutely. I said that last Kanto. I said that last Kanto, and I said it reluctantly at that point. I say it with full force now. Studio EM makes better boss songs. We should let Studio EM make the boss songs. They cook. They do nothing but cook. This is the first, genuinely, after the Kanto, I had every single one of the songs open and just was switching between them all, because I couldn't pick which EM song I wanted to play. Kong Chu and Lei Heng were infinitely better than Xian Chan? Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, because we have Green Dusk, I'm going to switch over to a slightly more fitting theme for the machines. I'm sure you can all guess what this song is. And if you can't, well... Racism, go! Yeah. That was a real rip and tear piece. It fits so well. Right. Yeah, never. Yeah, he went from potential man to please don't realize your potential man. Can we kill that one before it puts out any robots? Is that... Am I insane? Am I mad? Yes. Yes, I am mad. Let's wait here. No. Sorry. Sorry, folks. Show's cancelled. Go here. Why didn't you just kill me? I was getting to that part. That was the incredible line. Like that scene reminds me of Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game. That is not a take I've heard before. The fucking gun cocking sound? You make a point. You certainly do make a point. Okay, let's kill this. Smoke War, yeah. I was saying since, like, a few cantos ago, but the Smoke Wars are definitely representative of World War I and World War II. Studio EM is so good for hiding leitmotifs in songs. It just makes them so much more cohesive. Whoa, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Fuck off. Okay, everybody, please do ring around the rosies. Fine. We will go up the other way then. Sinclair being part of an airborne elite unit makes sense, especially World War II. Yep. The question is he part of the SAS or is he a Nazi? This is the important question. Because on one hand he's based, on the other hand, not based. Not based. No, little German boy, don't you? Saw that as a joke. That was great. I'm just gonna wait for them to go to sleep and then I'll come and smack it. Isn't the thumb rerun next? Yo, we can listen to the thumb. Insane time to join the stream? Yeah. This is not a good idea. Oh, no! Okay, we're leaving. Cheers, thank you. Bye-bye! 40% more damage against prosthesis? Yes, but it's prosthesis and distortion. Which is the problem. See, the problem I don't understand is, on one hand, like, yeah, cool, let's kill the distortions, but on the other hand, the prosthesis users, are we sure, Sinclair? Are we sure? You know, are we sure though? Sure we can't let them slide? Humans and humans who no longer look the part, yeah. No little German boy. Please take a nap as soon... Oh, they're taking a nap before they step through. Okay, just run through then. Just run through. That is fine, actually. Yeah, we mince them. Where do we want to go next? Okay, 2 here. Let's go here. People have taken what it means to be human. Yeah. See, the thing that gives me hope is the fact that it's not prosthetics. It's mechanical monsters. specifically. It was specifically mechanical monsters. So it's not just people who like a robot limb, it's like the people that have entirely forsaken being human for the sake of turning themselves into a killing machine. Which, like, you know, I can get behind that. That's better than being a Nazi. They have less health. We killed them really quickly. But where does Sinclair draw the line? And that's the thing. Sorry, mechanical amalgams. Multi-crack count. Please, Sinclair. Please, you can't be a racist, Sinclair. I thought you looked cool. Okay, run down here. Yeah, Sinclair, please, you can't be cool and racist. Yeah, no. Multicrack are pretty close to full body. They basically are, yeah, but they are still human. What do you mean the cool guy is the bad? Yeah, no. He has such a cool theme, and he looks so cool. He can't be a villain. Okay, but the problem is, where do we fit in? Where do we fit as Limbus Company? Where do we fit in? Because we're distinctly not mechanical amalgams. Seeing as the fact that Sinclair fought with us, he evidently still believes we're in the right. And we're not distortions. Does that make us human, or does that make us... like, where do we fit? That's the thing I don't get. And on one hand, Sinclair would be really, really cool if he was an SAS guy. I want him to be an SAS guy. Please don't make him an SS member. Please. Wait until we find out if future Sinclair killed that. That's why he's like, it would have been nice to meet everyone. He's just murdered everyone. You know what I'd like? I said this a while ago in the Discord, just as like a full crackhead thing that would be really funny to see. If just as soon as we hit Purgatorio, we just get like a, as soon as we hit Purgatorio, it just becomes like an RTS. Isn't Smoke War 2 in 10 years? No, it's in 6 months. It's not in 10 years, it is in 6 months. It is really soon. The thing that also gives me hope is from... Run. They can juke it out. They can juke it out. Counter 13, that is one of the theories, yeah. How to get just get Sinclair to date a multi-crack office member? Problem solved. So true. Wait, hit the point Progeman doesn't shy away from training base IDs and what we've already seen. I would love a base ID upscale. Give Project Moon, give me a base ID upscale, please, please, please. One Sasha can fix a man. So true. The worst case scenario is like... Where are they? That's annoying, the Luna will breach. You're fine. Honestly, none of this is too bad. Like, is it annoying? Yeah, without a doubt. But like, none of it is awful. All of you move back. They're probably about to get blown up. Oh no. How are you playing? I have you turned off. Stop it. What does Luna actually do? Where are you? she beats you to death. I would prefer if she doesn't do that. Ah, okay, that triggered on them. Fine. This is fine because I can just... They take red damage, right? I can just red damage shield them. There we are. All of you stay here. You need all the healing you can get. Red shield on you. That's annoying, but still moderately fine. We just murder them. Okay. And they're fine now. Okay, we only got one guy. Who's breached? Oh, there's Loluna. The worst case here is Void Dream getting out. I'm gonna move into an elevator now. Purely because I don't want them to get breached. Oh, hey, she's helping? Yeah. I mean, we've got an infinite supply of enemies. I can just put the thing on fast forward. Lucio? Okay. Well, that's not Lucio. That's not Lucio. There you are. Thank you for the donation, CBT. Alright, well, let's set the speed up to max and wait for Loluna to finish. Are they just gonna kill Army in Black? You've played Lobput for about 20 minutes. What do you walk into? Hell on Earth. Welcome. I legitimately don't think Army did anything up here. Did they? Okay. Bina Smug, thank you for the donation, Salt. Sure. There you are. There is your Bina Smug.
Pixelated Salt added $1.99 to the Lunacy Fund.
Mang is just One Piece hacky? Yes. So true. Mang... Yeah, Mang amplifies attacks. It used to be really hard to get and, like, required intense focusing of an emotion into one sudden thing. Now anyone gets it, so, like, you know, disregard anything about it being special. Mang gives you onion rings, yeah. I mean, just, if you want an indication of what Mang rings can do, Demian flicks someone with a Mang ring. With, like, 5-man rings, it flicks Chroma specifically and atomizes her. So, you know, it's decently powerful. 7. Sorry, 7. And yeah, he doesn't even hit her. It's the wind from his flick. It's the air from his flick that atomized her. White... Thank you, White Knight. I will get you a picture. One moment. White Knight.
_Night_Gaming added $13.39 to the Lunacy Fund.
Thank you for donating, White Knight. You shall have... Would you prefer White Knight, or Angela White Knight? Those are your options, White Knight. Which would you prefer? Make sure to track donations. Ah, yes, true. I forgot. Let me quickly add the 14 onto that. Edit. Hold on. There we are. If not multiplicative, might be exponential. I think so, yeah. How would you feel if once we hit Purgatory, PM released a Limbus 2 where they redo some of the systems that need changing? I would prefer them to work on a different game. Okay, let me just quickly get White Knight. Oh, I accidentally shut down the music. Hold on, I'll get the thumbs music up in a moment. Let me just quickly add... There we have White Knight. White Knight can go sit up with Lucio. There we are. Hold on, let me make sure that... Oh, let's not do that. I just realized this is covering the energy. Hold on, let me put them, like, here. This way they're out of the way. And you guys can actually see stuff going on. There we are. They can sit there. Okay, let me go. Lunatic. Why do I hear the bees? When are we near the bees? Okay. The greed is never punished. I had a screenshot of the streams. I remember this 10 minutes from now. That or Apocalypse. I will add Apocalypse Bird for you. Hold on.
Added $10 to the Lunacy Fund. Add a screenshot of the stream so I remember this.
Thank you.
10 minutes from now. That or Apoc Bird. Underscore keeps been our grid.
You can have an Apocalypse Bird. Hold on. Apocalypse, this is a web P, hold on. I don't want to have to convert a web P to a normal thing. Let's grab this one. That's another web P, you've got to be kidding me. Why is everything a web P? Fine, okay, web P to PNG. Also, thank you for the donation, Doofenshmirtz. I think this is the first phase of thumb track? No, this is the second. Well, no, it is the thumb track. You know what I think of Valencia? Something I'm feeling already? Yeah, I remember. I do remember. Hello, welcome to the stream. Just currently putting Apocalypse Bird up. Let me get, hold on, browser. I want to set browser to, not pop, actually. I just realized the issue here. Let's move these images down. That way I can fit them underneath. Because now I can put... That is... Okay, hold on. There is your Apocalypse Sword. He can go sit down here. Hold on, and let's put him so the cosplay thing is still visible. Okay. Thank you for the donation. Let me quickly fix that. There we are. Oh, hello, nothing there. Oh wait, someone is dead? Yeah, quite a few people are dead. Surprisingly, he died to the bees, actually, of all things. That man died in one burst. One swing took that guy out. Holy. I was not prepared for that. They were there one moment, and then they ceased to be. Anyway, cleanup time. The nuggets are a ravenous swarm. Yeah, this is the power of nugget stacking. Without ego, too. Who needs ego gear? I would love... Obviously, I'd like an MMORPG most. That's, like, the one thing I've been asking for most continuously. But I would love a redo of LobCorp if they did it. LobCorp 2 would be incredible. Because they could actually fix the coding bugs they've put in the game. Oh. Archived? No. Not archived. Archived is a guide for Project Moon on how not to do that. LobCorp MMORPG. You raise an interesting idea, Sealer. You raise an interesting idea. There we are. I've gotten far more comfortable with kiting those guys. SCP Containment Breach with LobCorp? That would be so cool. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh, now I wish that was real. Am I actually probably tad too ambitious? They have the money. They have the money. But SCP Containment Breach, but it's LobCorp would be so cool. Never mind, back off. If status effects were in LobCorp, that would be interesting. I'm not sure how you'd build that. Okay, chat, what abnormalities would you include in our SCP Containment Breach version of LobCorp? What abnos are you including? Don't tell me they're locked in the Shadow Realm. Okay, they're not. Thank God, I was worried for a second. Apocalypse Bird for lights off. I think we might be a little bit screwed if we're in the facility whilst Apocalypse Bird breaches. That would be like releasing 682 on the facility. Like, maybe as an ending. Fragment of the Universe? Fragment of the Universe would be a cool enemy. You need some, like, basic ones to get started. Melting Love would be cool. Melting Love would be cool. Come outside, we promise we won't jump you. The Swarm Devours. Oh. Okay, who do we have left? Is that it? You. NT would be the 682. NT can actually get killed, though. That's the thing. Heartless Woodsman? The problem is they don't leave their containment. They would be nice as, like, you know, like the 3D glasses or the cowbell. Just as, like, a nice little extra secret thing. Not one of the main threats, I don't think. Wait, who's left? You. Void Dream could be good. Void Dream could be good, yeah. I'm not sure what gimmick you'd give them, though, is the thing. I think nothing there is good to have as a sort of, like, dog. Like, as the actual... You know, like, the role the dogs play? Have nothing there do that. But they can actually take the role of, like, facility staff. Like, look like facility staff and the like. Could just include Burrowing Heaven. That's true. Burrowing Heaven basically is spot on, just already a thing. Time to die. Well, we must reach. Actually, no. Everyone get to here. We're just gonna work Spider... yeah, these two. We're gonna work them until the ordeal hits, and then we're gonna kill the ordeal. shade and probably be funny, but how would it work? You know, like how Shy Guy works? Like that, but less instant death. What's better, Arbiters or Claws? I like Arbiters. Turn the horse, the equivalent of slapping a picture of 096 on 173. Allow me to introduce you to Apollyon difficulty. I'm not sure if there's a... I can't... none of these are going to work, but Apollyon difficulty is very funny because they tape a photo of... Hold on, where is it? Yeah, no, it's missing it, but what Apollyon also did was it tapes a photo of... a photo of 096 to, whatchamacallit, 173's face. Does it show it? It doesn't show it. Because, yeah, it tapes a photo. Yeah, here, you can see it. It takes a photo of 096 to 173's face. It's hilarious. Like, yeah, you know the abnormality, not abnormality, the SCP whose whole gimmick is looking at them? Yeah. Have fun. Yeah, no, I like Arbiters more. Did they pause the music? Why is the music stopped? It's supposed to be going. Strange. Greg theme for Amber Midnight. That is very fitting, actually. Coffee cake recipe. I don't sadly have any good coffee cake recipes. Honestly, if I did have to find one, I would probably just look one up. Most of the things you find on the internet will be good recipes. If you know the basics, especially baking. But wish you got to see Beholders more. I'm not sure if many people share this opinion, but I think the Beholders can't actually see what they say they can. I think the Beholders are the equivalent of, like, the Gestapo. I think they purely say they can see everything to make people believe they can't get away with committing taboos. But in every instance where we've seen a facility raid go down, there has been a snitch. And it feels like either they were making a very deliberate parallel to LobCorp, but if you think about it, both cases have had snitches, and both cases have had snitches that tell them precisely how to get there, and precisely what was being broken. So, whilst it's, like, fair to go, okay, the game says they can see everything, but, like, if you think about it, if you were an autocratic leader of a city of monsters, like, would you not want to tell everyone that you can see everything? Would that not be the best way to keep them all in line? Actually, Pixel, you're a little bit banged up. Let's grab you instead. Did the H-Corp incident have a snitch? Yes. The H-Corp incident had that one lab worker. That one lab worker who was so afraid of killing, they snitched out everyone. First stream of the series, what's the current plan? We are currently going for midnight, so we can get Gebra's thing done. Yeah, there was a very, very shown snitch. An incredibly shown snitch of the H-Corp researcher. They made a point of showing you that she was a snitch. Which is the reason why I believe that was a purposeful effect. They didn't even survive to snitching? Yeah, no. That's not how arbiters work. Okay. We now switch over music. Do something a little more fitting. I believe this is it. Let me turn it up a bit. Oh, yeah, it's these guys, isn't it? I thought they were the other guys. How do these guys work? I've never fought these guys before. What do you do? Oh. Shit. That's what you do. Right. Okay. Do they just keep spawning that? How... is there a limit on how many they can spawn, yes or no? Okay, hold on, let's... Okay, here we are. They have a cap of like 3. Okay, I can take that. What are you doing? How much does it teleport around, sorry? Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, you know what? We're waiting here. They can go in here and we kill them. I have time. God, they really do just keep spawning them. Running around the facility like crazy, it's hilarious, brilliant. Like a plant without needing to kill all the roots, yeah. Oh. Lesbian put on a wild goose chase from Route 9. It's so true. Oh, I can feel the game chunking. Hold on. Let's have that there. Just so you can all see how the game is going. Hold on, I want to set this to like... Let's have the full details up here so we can see... Oh god. You can see precisely what will be spiking when and where. Oh, let's not move around actually. I'm just going to stay zoomed in here. Let's just stay here. Is this midnight would be green? Yes, but I made a deal with, let's do this once, and then we can just keep resetting for greens. Or in the future when we need to. Do they just not want to spawn here? Did I do something to offend you? Like... Did I do something to offend you? Okay. Let's just stay here. Well, we may be here a while, chat. I don't have a watch. I keep doing that as a joke. But yeah, I would love an MMORPG. An MMORPG would be great. Do my ordeals manager. Yes, Angela. Oh, here we are. Violet Midnight? No, Angela. So, can I... When does it deal damage to me? Like, when do I have to leave, chat? When do I have to leave? Like, let me just get this clear. Just so I don't have to, like... It does damage when... Does it do damage upon leaving the room? It doesn't do damage upon leaving the room? No? Okay. No damage on leaving. Okay. I mean, I understand they weren't going to deal damage, but I just, like, let's play it safe. I mean, there's no reason to play it safe. Playing it safe might get my PC killed by the lag monster, but... Right, I was going to tell a story, actually. The story... I'm going to turn down the music so I can actually hear myself, like, speak. So, the story I wanted to tell was actually the story of... So, this thing is legit out healing. It heals? No? Maybe? Maybe it heals? I hope it doesn't heal. It doesn't heal? Okay, good. It's just there's two of them. That's why. I've never seen it heal. That's worrying. That's worrying. A lot of people haven't seen the things I have. When you play the game as stupidly as I have, things happen. You've beaten this entire ordeal with just a magic bullet user? Okay, I trust you, then. Okay. Knowing that they can't deal damage on leave just means we can do this and just wait for it to leave and then click away. Oh, and they leave on their own. Okay. I can do that. Anyway, I was going to tell the story of my escape from Great Moss. Now, I like hiking. I like hiking. I'm a hiker. I enjoy it. So, there's this place up north, I believe, in the Peak District? No, it's the Lake District. It's the Lake District. And so me and a few buddies were thinking, like, okay, we're gonna plan this trip. So we start out, go like Scar-Loathing way, then, you know, up north, round the massive lake of the Lake District, and then, you know, up Scarfell Pike, and then back down again. Not... Was it Scarfell Pike? Might have been Scarfell Pike. I think it was Scarfell Pike. Then back down again. It was going to be like a 4-day expedition. We were going to wild camp, and it was going to be great. Now, wild camping, just to explain... So, like, if you've ever been camping before, you're probably used to, like... You know, you have tents. You go to campsites. You set up your tents. Now, wild camping is just that, but there's no campsite, and you have to carry all the stuff with you. So yeah, we just set off. And our first day was fairly easy. I mean, we had to go up. It was quite hilly, but it was nice weather. Mostly stuff. Until we got to... Like, I mean, the first day, honestly, fully passed without, like, concern. Because we got onto Great Moss, we set up our stuff, you know, all was good. All was well with the world. And it was beautiful, because it was a campsite which gets called the Bend in the River. Because it was literally just a bend in a river. What's the topic? I'm telling a story about my hiking experiences. But yeah, so we did this, all good. And then we got up the next day. And this was... We hadn't like, we'd looked at our map, obviously. We'd made the route. We'd seen the contours. But we were thinking to ourselves when we set the route, like, it's not gonna be that bad. So, we got packed up from the bottom of the river. So, is this the one we got stuck in the marsh? Yes. So, this is the part where I haven't told you what Great Moss actually is. Great Moss is the name for a massive bog. It is a, like, massive, like, as far as the eye can see bog. And we had to walk through it, obviously, to get to our campsite. But we were thinking, like, it took us a little bit of time. It was mostly steady. And we were thinking, you know, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. What about EGOless? EGOless are fine. EGOless are fine, because otherwise there's no way we'd be able to do this. Yeah, so we escaped this place. We'd gotten in. Then they're getting out, trudging along. Like, our boots were singing, to the point where one person's boot nearly came fully off because of this moss. Like, and it wasn't like a marshy marsh. It was moss. Like, you know, like actual moss. that was just so wet, you would sink down into it and get sucked, like, yeah. But, yeah, that was that. But that's not the bad part. So, on the way out, we were walking along this river, just trudging along, until we get to this point. And this is the point on our map that we were going to walk up. Now, we thought this didn't look too bad from the start, because it was just like it was like a raised hill. And then we looked up, and as we were looking up, we saw that the hills from either side parted away, and it went up like a spiral staircase, like a dragon's back, up into the mists, because we were in a massive valley, so we had to get out that way. And because it was a valley, we were surrounded by the mists that had dropped in from every mountain around us. So there was nothing else to do but, like, walk single file up this dragon's back, up this thing, until eventually it got to a point where the valley started closing around us, and we were walking up a stream. Like, clambering over rocks, getting up. And bear in mind, on the map, this is apparently a legitimate path. I don't know what mountain goat set this path, but it was mad. So yeah, we were clambering up this, and it took us, I kid you not, 3 entire hours. Hold on, I should probably look at chat when I say this. It took us 3 entire hours to walk out of this valley. Like, yeah. So, you know, when I do stuff for like that for fun, you can see why I do this. You can see how I do this. But yeah, no, it was mad, especially because once we were up so high afterwards into the mountains, that there was no dirt around. It was all stone, and we were in the mist, because all this entire time walking up the dragon's back and then through the valley, we were walking up, you know, into the mist, and we sat down at the very top because we could see the ridge. You couldn't see, like, out of the mist, and as we sat down, just this random, like, I think it's a grey-footed gull, is what it's called, just was perched on this boulder. And we looked over, and it got up, started flying circles around us as we sat there. It was like full wingspan gliding around us. I'm not sure if I have a photo of it. Hold on, let me check. Because I have some more photos of our way, like, into the valley and before Great Moss, which are quite nice. Like, hold on, I can find my photos from the walking trip. Like, so just to give an idea of what we were walking up. Oh, hold on. Let's just quickly. I don't like that the FPS is dropping. That's worrying. The FPS is now at a solid 20. Okay, yeah, so this is the sort of... Wait, hold on. Yeah, this is the sort of stuff we were walking up. Like, hold on. But here, we found this stream. Like, when we were walking down. And, like, hold on. I don't know if I can quite... Hold on. Let me see if this video shows any of my friends, because I don't want to, like, dox them. Just... beautiful stuff. Like, and hold on, I'll pan the camera in a moment. Like, this is what we were in. And hold on, let me see if I can unmute it, because the sound of this stream is, like... Is that getting picked up on the mic? I don't think that's getting picked up on the mic, but, like... Here you are. If you can kind of hear it over my talking, it might get cut out. So loud. It was incredible. Beautiful. Beautiful. Utterly beautiful. But to give an idea, this is what it looked like in the morning. This is what it looked like in the morning. And we had to walk up into those mists. I sadly didn't take a photo of actually up in it, but, like... I did take some more photos, like, later on in the trip I took this photo, which I was rather proud of. But yeah, no. Yeah, so I do that sort of stuff for fun. Which is the reason, probably, why I can do this without going mad. Because, yeah, I love hiking. Like, genuinely, we're walking for, like, probably 10-hour days. For 4 days straight, no, like, actual campsites. All our kit was on our backs as we were walking. I don't know if I have my bag in my cupboard still. I could probably check, but, like, hold on. One moment, just because I want to see if I can find it, just to show you what I was walking around with, like, on my back. Hold on. No, it's not in there. Something's wrong? What's wrong? Huh? You know, because other people generally just walking nature, it sounds very peaceful. It's really nice. I just noticed, yeah, the Roland cosplay is rather hidden, but it's fine there. It's not something I'm seriously trying to check the image I sent you. Argalia, where are you? Argalia. What part of the world do you think will resemble the PM City most in the future? China, I'd say. Because they've already had the Quantoon... No, it is Quantoon. Yeah, Quantoon Walled City. It's just that, but like a little bit more sci-fi. Why Roland, not Queen of Hatred? No. I still have people around me. If I was living by myself, or living with people that would not raise a fuss over it, I would do it. Detroit? Kowloon. Thank you. Kowloon. Yeah. Detroit. I could see Detroit becoming a city. Dubai? Ooh, Dubai's a fair point. There's not enough people in Dubai. It's too empty. You keep doing challenges? I did actually. I wanted to do, and it might be a little bit insane, but what I wanted to do was actually see how hard it would be to do, because it's coming up to the anniversary of the guy who did Around the World in 80 Days. So I wanted to see how hard it would be without using planes to get around the world nowadays. Sadly, the world is in a little bit of a state. So, not really something I want to be doing. But I did think about doing it, because I thought it would be fun to do Around the World in 80 Days, properly. Okie doke, one down. I can feel the FPS getting better already. Just don't pan across the screen. Yeah, okay, we wait here. How tall am I in CM? I haven't measured in a while. I think I'm like 185? Something? It's been a while since I measured. I'd probably be taller. Yeah, first time someone reads my comment. I like to read chat, and I mean, like, it keeps me sane, to be honest. You're 193? Are you an NBA player, Sealer? Hold on. Wait, no. Sorry, no. Wait. No, I converted it wrong. No, sorry, hold on. I've underestimated myself. No, I've underestimated myself. I'm not... No. Sorry. I missed... I went 193. I meant 193. I think. Did I mean that? Because I'm 6'3". What's that in centimeters? I'm 6'3". I can't remember if that's 180 something, right? 193? Oh, okay. No, so okay. Whoops. I got my... Like I said, it's been a while since I measured my height. You beat Midnight? Not yet. There's still the other one. So yes, 193. My bad. .185 is like 5'9". Okay, no, I'm absolutely not that then. No, I'm 6'3"-ish. They don't spawn in the same rune after one dies? Oh, okay. Would I rather had green or this? Green would probably be quicker, but this is funnier. 185 is 6'1". Ah, yeah, I'm 6'3". So that... I think I'm 6. I'll measure myself later, probably. What are you doing trying to enter that room? I could measure myself and see, but I mean, if you... what a reason to join the Discord, to find out how tall I am. You're like 173? That's a good height, honestly. That's a good height. I like being tall, though. It's quite nice. Which I'm very much built like Sinclair. I do not enjoy this life. Hey, Sinclair's a good look. Sinclair's a good look. 176, yeah. A lot of people in the Discord, surprisingly, are really tall. I don't quite understand why, but, like, everyone is just really tall. Oh. That works. I didn't expect that I would just be able to do that, actually. No. 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 No! 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 My heart. My heart. Anyway, sorry. We'll be reading you later. It's quite... Oh, sorry. So we actually do need to read these, but I'm going to be memory repoing. Because... Yeah, no. By the way, look. My FPS goes up to 180. My monitor can handle 180 normally. We were running at 14. Yeah. Anyway, time to, turn that off. It's quiet, isn't it? Take a good long look at this silence. Manager, have you gotten up early to walk the streets at the crack of dawn? I think this moment right now is equivalent to that dawn in the outside world. The abnormalities are currently in torpor due to the heightening of the Clypoth deterrents during off hours. Meanwhile, the employees are steeling themselves when fate decides whatever will happen to them. When the level of deterrence is weakened, the powers of the suppressed origins will soon wake them. It's always so hard to believe that a place as quiet as this will just as soon be engulfed by pandemonium. Oh, how nice it would be to keep this tranquility. How many times do we have to fail? How much more must we be accustomed to the darkness, to finally encounter the light? Good morning, Shisetsu. Ah, yes, good morning, buddy. Good luck with your duties, as always. Mr. Shisetsu, I've been thinking, and I truly do feel that I'm lucky to be assigned to the welfare team. Just getting into this Lobotomy Corporation was really competitive, but being assigned to this team, it's like a miracle. You know brown-nosing won't gain you anything. Just think of it as flattery, sir. There really is no one who cares more about their employees like you do, she said, sir. I mean, just look at the department on the other side of our lair. Nah, that's not necessarily true. I just want to say I appreciate you and the many things you do, sir. Sorry for keeping you so long. I'll be going now, she said, sir. Aye, aye. Go get yourself ready for the day. For many days, I consoled myself by saying that I wasn't doing that bad for a Sephira. I never put my employees on the verge of death like a certain red-clad miss someone did, and I managed to be flexible with various situations most of the time. Getting mad at someone for breaking a rule or two, or agreeing with somebody who'd claimed to make this place better. When I take a step back and look at it all, I just can't help but think, what's the point of it all? Of course, I have to send them off in peace, just as they were meant to die anyway. As they were meant to die anyways. Meanwhile, I was hiding the biggest lie of all inside. Yet I've been playing the role of the good leader, knowing it was all a falsehood. Lady Angela knew this too. She knew that I would never be the great man who would expose every little secret of this place to the employees and try and overthrow the system and plot. It's sad to know he probably did. He probably did, actually. If I have a funny picture you can send it into the Discord server, yeah, sure thing. I don't want that been messaged. Okay. National Cheese Lover Day, well, thank you. Well, I mean, I just wanted to avoid pushing our buttons. Working as the head of the welfare department, I've never actually cared about the welfare of our employees at all. I was so afraid. I just stopped any seedling of doubt or inquire about the nature of this place by killing off employees indirectly. Then I eventually decided to cover my eyes and ears, and help Lady Angela with her affairs without questioning them. Hey, she said we have an emergency. You heard the status report, right? The abnormalities have gotten out of control. I don't know what happened, but we need to take control of the situation right now. I thought you didn't want to speak to me. What's gone into you, Gabra? You're about to control the deterrents, aren't you? We need to increase the level of Klipoth deterrents right now. Angel, call the rabbits so the rest of the abnormalities aren't suppressed. I want to wrap things up on my side of the facility. But Gabra, no one's allowed to touch the control of the Klipoth deterrents without Lady Angela's explicit approval. You know that. So you don't want to do it. You little coward. Do you really think you can get over every situation by going through the motions? I hope you continue to rot till the day you die, succumbing to your fears like the servile bastard you are. Choke on those sugar-coated words your employees feed you. It's been quite a while since I've been grabbed by the collar. She said. You knew I was coming, didn't you? Seems you know me all too well. Perhaps you're the one who understands me most amongst us Sephiroth. Weaken the Klipoth deterrents, she said. What do you have up your sleeve this time, man? Do you want to ask for reasons again, after all this time? Geber and the other employees are fighting right now. You know that, right? Indeed, Geber is. Sorry, this is quite humorous to me. I didn't know you would talk about Geber. You should know. You've seen it for yourself. Geber has failed to control her enmity, and now has lost her way. What I'm saying is, she's not fighting for some grand ideology. She should know how best she stands. Everyone has their own battle in this place. But I can't seem to shake off this feeling that I'm the only one who just observes the situation from afar, not taking any action. I thought you enjoyed those kinds of things, she said. Taking a cup of coffee, enjoying a peaceful day listening to your classical music. I'd think that I'm providing the right environment for you, no? It seems our conversation has run on longer than I expected. Let me tell you one last time. Lower the deterrents. Alright everyone, let's make the best day of today as always. Open the door. Who are you, ma'am? Your taste in music is rather classy. Quite different from mine, however. What the? Stagger sound effect. I apologize. I didn't think you would open the door for me, so I simply walked in. How'd you get inside? Do I know you? I've arrived from the head. I was so desperately looking for you all. The reason why I came all the way here is... well, let's just say I've showed up to play my favourite music. Excuse me, you there. Can you tell me the name of this fine gentleman? Daniel. His name is Daniel. Daniel, is it? That name carries much more with it than you merit. I would assume that you're the one in charge of this place. Open that section where those monsters of yours are locked up. As you just saw a moment ago, it's nothing for me to open a locked door with my own power. Let me just quickly turn the music up, because... I'm just being polite, after all, asking you to open the doors. It's only fair as you're the one in charge here. Bin squish, yeah. I heard you not to resist. Just listen to me. If you do so, a few of these people might be able to escape with their lives, no? It's easy to point the finger of blame at the betrayer. However, one really knows what it's like. No one never really knows what it's like to be the target of such a thing until they've been in the shoes of that situation. Back then, a chill had come over my entire body. There's a fear I'd never felt before. I'd faced numerous experiments intended abnormalities, yet I'd never experienced my body being paralyzed and my blood curdling in such a way before. So this is the head. Boss, enough with your orders. Don't try and make me justify my cowardly acts. I'm ashamed for consoling myself, saying there was nothing to be done after passing straight through the tunnel of defeat. I'm so struck with shame and grief, I can't bear it anymore. This body of mine is like a punishment for me, reminding me of my past. I can't even bleed from this body. I don't want to undertake dirty work for Angela's show, or be a puppet who gets praise and applause from everyone. Nor do I want to be your eyed who can't do a single thing. All of this has been a series of shame for me. Manager, this shall be my rebellion against you and Angela. I'm the only one who survived. Saying there was nothing I could do, that I was too scared to bear it myself, that I wanted to save at least a few of my co-workers. All those are meaningless excuses. I think I'm going to die soon too. The head is on its way to get you. I'll see you again in hell. Hey, sir. How is fear able to dominate the human mind? How many people would stick to their beliefs and morals if they would come face to face with a true nightmare? The answer to those questions are why no one can blame Daniel's behaviour. Truth be told, everything fell down the edge of a cliff the exact moment the head found us. Hang up the intercom. Hang up the intercom. Hang up the intercom. Our last conversation came to an end with a hopeless silence. Daniel. He was intelligent and held a high social position and showed more finesse than anyone else in our research lab. He had an excellent reputation from the people who surrounded him. He had a sly yet charming smile and humour. It would have been easy for him to get into any of the wings with his skills and personality. But he chose us, not the wings. Though amazing he once was, there is no doubt he died in despair and regret, cursing his choice. Seeing the dead bodies of co-workers strewn about in front of him. Not even having the single comfort of knowing that it wasn't his fault. And I would find any peace for his final rest. Give her a time. Oh no. Hello, Homer. Are you managing to get close to our goal? On the contrary to what people say, it appears that aging is— Shut up! It appears that aging does not necessarily bring greater wisdom. Just look at this all— Could you stop beeping? Thank you. Just look at this old man, going through what feels like an endless cycle of intermittent greed, the obsession over things that have passed, pointless regret, now trapped in a routine of staring at the iron hands of time without reason. By the way, I've always wanted to ask you something. I notice you wear a sad expression on your face each time one of your employees died. Just as I have become an old man, no human being is free from the cycle of life and death. As a researcher would cure the disease, not live forever. How about an example? Do you remember that one employee, the one who was nice and upfront with you? He passed away recently. When you received the letter that he was accepted into Lobotomy Corporation, you never would have accepted to meet such a futile demise. If I wanted, I could have brought him back to you. But I did not. It is the order of this place, an empty spot shall always soon be filled. Did you finally discover the secret of this place? Lives are trivial here. The tenuous hold in life can be severed so easily, and yet may come back as if nothing happened. We reached a point in which we don't even need to mourn their deaths. An employee who died just yesterday may come back from my simple call, yet another employee may never open their eyes again from a single wave of my hand. That is what death means here, eh? It is neither honourable, nor noble, nor is it miserable or cruel like we may think it to be. So please, don't punish yourself too much. I do not wish to see you suffer from such a personal, insignificant thing. For the future will bring you much more pain to bear. Cool. Give her a time. You might have noticed, but we never had this kind of situation before. Those monsters were supposed to be slumbering away, but now they woke up all of a sudden. There's a need to focus on what caused this. All that matters is that we solve the problem at hand. Let me add a few words before we jump into battle today. There are nearly cowards in my department. You should not let complacency weigh your mind when you confront the monsters. You must arm yourself with anger, and pure anger alone, to crush those monstrous bastards. If you object to any of this, I suggest you transfer departments immediately. I won't squeeze out a tear or mourn over your perishing without even your name being left behind. Sealer, what are you— what, Sealer? Huh? What, Sealer? If you want your body and mind to stay comfortable, kindly drag your ass over the pathetic welfare team so you can chicken scratch your dishonorable name on the waiting list for department transfers. Hello, Starko, welcome to the stream. There's a good reason why my department has far fewer employees than any other. However, I want to keep you in mind this also means only the best have gathered here. Meeting over. We'll talk more when the situation has been sorted out. Shh. Miss Gabriel, I think your mainframe is sustaining too much damage. Maybe we should suspend the suppression operation for now? Tifreth is investigating the cause of the situation right now, so you should be able to figure it out pretty soon. I don't need a break, I can still fight. But in your condition— Shut up! I said I can still fight! 31 ego damaged. That's a fucking lie, Bina. We don't have any ego. Bina directly lying here. 31 ego damage. What's an ego? What's an ego, Bina? I'm afraid I don't know the thing. 17 employees dead and counting. And your body needs 5 or 6 parts replaced and repaired. It's not thrilling to look at after a machine who behaves like a child in a temper tantrum. However, the Sephiroth of the middle layer apparently could not keep you on a leash, so here I am. It's Gebru using all of herself and breaking them? Yeah. Bina just makes the ego gear, then chucks it at a wall to vent her anger. You. Oh, poor little thing, look at yourself. There was a time when I had even a pinch of admiration for that fire in your eyes, but now even that is smothered with ire and madness. It's such a shame that both of us are locked up in this dungeon. However, I did not bend over or break my back at the very least. I imagine we'll no longer have to face off with our lives at stake and be at each other's throats like the past, but I'll say this for you, pitiful thing. Stare directly into the object of your anger. The edge of a blade that has lost its way will be unfathomably blunt. There will be nothing but the void to slash, no matter how much the blade is sharpened. I hope you don't think I get some kind of satisfaction out of this, seeing my once downest rival now looking as pathetic as a dog. I have decency, you know. Cutting, slashing, throttling, trampling, destroying. Sometimes I remember the faces of those who showed me true kindness. If I could get the smallest taste of revenge upon those monsters who spoiled their smiles, their happiness, their future, my sword and spear would never stop their flurry. No way, a Gebera reference. I see people dying in my blurred vision. They're always torn apart by monsters. Wait, this is Gebera, not A. Those dying faces differ from time to time. Sometimes they're strangers, sometimes ones I dearly miss, and sometimes I see Christopher or Miss Isabel. Whoever they were, I'm filled with agony for them. Looking at my paralysed leg and my severed arm, I scream and curse my weak body in a fit of rage. Then I black out. I'm so sick of this darkness. It's impossible to fight with such low manpower. I cannot approve your proposal. Please reconsider. Why should I approve an operation that will so clearly end in failure? If manpower is the issue, I can make up for it. If they're too weak, I'll make up for that too. Oh. Sorry. There's no rules against Sephora utilising Ego too. We don't have Ego, Gebera! We don't have Ego! There's nothing in the rules of the challenge, Gebera! There's nothing in the rules about utilising Ego, she says in an egoless challenge. If you so wish, then I won't stop you. Angela, you traitor! A familiar grip, in the right way, in practice form. This feeling is so distinct that it pulls me right back onto the right path, away from strain to wonder, just like a road sign. I completely lose track of time when I wield my weapons. It's kind of funny to see Tifrith and Shaseb with bewildered faces when they witness me return from battle covered in blood. No matter how hard I stab and break those monsters, they will recover sooner or later. We have plenty of ego, plenty of nuggets manifested their own after all, so true. Some of them wail, and others scream. Gebera, we've been defunded, Gebera! In battle, I also fracture and break some of my components, but those are soon replaced and repaired. What a perfect little hell just for me. Missing your arm? Here it is. Think of it as a respectful gesture to a fellow warrior, to leave you with one of your arms intact. I doubt she expected this. The tragedy should be here, caused by the oh-so-great ideology of hers. I still don't know if it relieves your pain, but this happens quite often, more often than you may think. This is no less common than, say, a little seedling getting trampled to death. I must admit you're quite the tough sprout, however. You even managed to thwart my plans a little. I never expected you to kill 2 claws, stop all the monsters, and finally come and face me and give me a fair fight. By the way, about those monsters, I cannot deny their astonishing things. Even flying through a hallway of your friends never softened nor tired. It seems you aren't much different from them, now that I ponder on it. Alright then. If you can still manage to hold a weapon and stand up with your own 2 feet, then come. Come at me. Let's dance! Sorry, I need to play the song. What would it be? It would be the... If you can even still hold a weapon. Anyway. I will not be broken. If I can't get rid of these damn monsters, I'll destroy the whole company myself. Then finally my aimless wrath can crumple with it and the rest beneath the earth forever. Among the many fixers of the backstreets, she was one of the few who could go toe-to-toe with the head and the claw. She was called the Red Mist among the backstreet's denizens. Marie's broke? Yeah. That was the name she earned for protecting us from all kinds of threats and maneuvers of the outside. Michelle's betrayal led the eye to the den we hid in. Then the head mercilessly threw their claws at us. Instead of dealing with the Red Mist directly, the ever-cunning head unleashed unstable abnormalities to slaughter us. The abnormalities were out of control, tearing apart our comrades who screamed in agony. All the while, the claws sniffed out their prey and snatched it. The whole situation was beyond what she could handle by herself, but she gave it everything she had to protect us. She lost an eye, one of her arms was severed, and she had numerous deep scars all over her body she could no longer heal from. Yet she didn't give up, and eventually her efforts saved B and I from death. Collect her corpse. The cadaver demonstrated the horrendous, unbearable situation she went through. After a long time had passed, her eyes opened again. However, anger that had lost its focus dragged her down, deep to the bottom. We had to reboot her many, many times. Right, I do believe I have run out of time, sadly, chat. Even though, well, I mean, for next time, we have rather distinct goals for next time. We have, obviously, if Logcorp would load for me, please stop hanging. We have suppress the core of Gebera and suppress the core of Shased. But yeah, that'll be for next time. For now, I'll be off. Bye. I hope you all have a good morning, good evening, and good night.